Book 11, The Hidden Spring, The Poor Who Gave All. The city breathed in rhythms of commerce and fear. Towers of wealth scraped the sky, markets pulsed with transactions, contracts, and influence. The rulers called themselves keepers of law, but law was armor for greed. Scarcity was preached as sacred. Fear ruled hearts. Among the overlooked, a quiet truth flowed. A spring, hidden beneath streets and systems, promised provision. Its law was simple: abundance multiplied when stewardship governed, when hearts gave, when fear was set aside. The first lesson came in words written millennia ago. Jesus said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. Matthew 19:21, KJV. Yet the rich turned sorrowful from this truth. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. Matthew 19:22, KJV. The poor, in contrast, gave all they had. And there came a certain poor widow, and she threw in 2 mites, which make a farthing. And he called unto him his disciples, and saith unto them, Verily I say unto you, that this poor widow hath cast more in than all they which have cast into the treasury. For all they did cast in of their abundance, but she of her want did cast in all that she had, even all her living. Mark 12:42-44 KJV. The Quran mirrors this principle. The example of those who spend their wealth in the way of Allah is like a seed of grain that sprouts 7 ears. In every ear there are 100 grains, and Allah multiplies his reward for whom he wills. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:261. Abundance, therefore, was not measured in coin, but in faith applied, courage exercised, and systems built to ensure no one suffered. The hidden spring became a law of life, giving multiplied provision. Hoarding starved it. Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. Matthew 19:23-24 KJV. And the Quran reinforced patience and endurance. O you who have believed, seek help through patience and prayer. Indeed, Allah is with the patient. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:153. Those who understood this law built systems, gardens rotated, clinics taught care, workshops trained skills, ledgers were open, and accountability was sacred. Scarcity became irrelevant when abundance circulated. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Matthew 10:34 KJV. The sword was truth. Division came even from kin. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Matthew 10:36 KJV. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. Matthew 10:21 KJV. Yet endurance carried the law forward. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Matthew 24:13 KJV. The digital age mirrored Babylon. Screens, feeds, algorithms all measured attention as currency, controlling perception and desire. The spring, however, existed off-ledger, in deeds, in sharing, in knowledge applied. And do not consume one another's wealth unjustly or send it in bribery to the rulers in order that they might aid you to consume a portion of the wealth of people sinfully while you know it. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:188. The spring exposed the truth. Giving from need surpassed giving from surplus. Sharing multiplied life. Knowledge governed resources. The rulers of greed tried to suppress it. Laws, fear, isolation. But the spring obeyed only the law of divine stewardship. Cannot a man serve 2 masters? Ye cannot serve God and mammon. Matthew 6:24 KJV. Every act of care, teaching, healing, or honest exchange was a deposit in eternity. Even the fearful witnessed its power, debts reduced through community labor, children learning trades for free, elders receiving care without cost. Wealth concentrated in fear could not compete with the spring's circulation. Chaos was inevitable, but it was a test. And we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger and a loss of wealth and lives and fruits, but give good tidings to the patient. Surah Al-Baqarah 2, 155. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Matthew 6, 1920 KJV. The poor who gave all became rulers of eternity, invisible to the worldly eye. The rich, clinging to coin, remained trapped in fear. The spring demanded discipline. Share all you can, hoard nothing. Build systems that multiply provision. Teach, heal, guide, and mentor. Steward knowledge and resources. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you, that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father, which is in heaven. Matthew 18:10 KJV. Those who spend in the way of Allah during ease and hardship, and restrain anger and pardon people, Allah loves the doers of good. Surah Al-Imran 3, 134. The city transformed, rooftops bloomed into gardens, alleyways became classrooms, clinics treated the sick, wisdom circulated like the spring's water, unstoppable, eternal, pure. Even the most subtle acts became profound, one meal shared, one lesson taught, one debt forgiven, each multiplied, invisible but eternal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Matthew 6:21 KJV. Whoever comes to Allah with a good deed, it will be multiplied for him, and whoever comes with an evil deed, it will not be recompensed except the like thereof. Surah Al-An'am 6, 160. The spring taught systems thinking. Teach others to grow food, not just eat. Heal minds, not just bodies. Build economies that circulate, not concentrate. Steward resources, enforce accountability without violence. Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ. Galatians 6:2 KJV. Help one another in righteousness and piety. Surah Al-Ma'idah 5:2. Chaos became opportunity, children learned trades, knowledge multiplied, communities healed. Scarcity faded as abundance circulated through heart, hand, and system. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer, I have overcome the world. John 16:33 KJV. Indeed, those who have believed and done righteous deeds, we will surely admit them to gardens beneath which rivers flow. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:82. Every act, word, and system became a seed in eternity. The rulers of greed could not control what obeyed divine law. Abundance obeyed stewardship, mercy, and courage. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. James 1:12 KJV. The hidden spring still flows. Knowledge, care, and abundance circulate eternally. The city, once trapped by fear, now thrives on generosity, accountability, and wisdom. This is the law of the poor who gave all. This is the path of the light warrior. This is the tree beyond Babylon. Book 11, Part 2. The spring flows deeper, wisdom beyond wealth. The city had learned the first law. Abundance multiplies when fear and greed are removed, but deeper wisdom awaited. The spring's secret was not just in giving, but in knowing how, when, and to whom to give. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. Luqa 6:38 KJV. The Quran echoes this principle of measured, conscious generosity. And spend on the way of Allah, from what we have provided you before death approaches one of you. Surah Al-Baqarah 255. Wisdom 1. Strategic giving is power. Giving blindly can waste. Giving strategically multiplies impact. The spring rewards discernment. Not all hands are ready to steward. Not all minds are ready to receive. The street knows this truth. Water poured on sand disappears. Water poured into roots grows forests. Render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar, and unto God the things that are God's. Matthew 21 KJV. Modern translation: respect systems, but invest in divine economy. Feed the poor, educate the willing, empower the capable, let the rest learn through consequence. Wisdom 2, knowledge is the new currency. Coins rust, accounts can be frozen, laws can oppress. Knowledge flows endlessly when shared wisely. The spring's deeper law teach someone to fish, and the river flows through generations. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6 KJV. And say, my Lord, increase me in knowledge. Surah Taha 114. Every lesson, every mentorship, every guide shared multiplies the spring's abundance. Schools, workshops, digital content, all become tributaries of the eternal river. Wisdom 3, endure and transform fear. Fear is the primary tax of Babylon. Fear of loss, fear of betrayal, fear of scarcity. The spring flows only when fear is transmuted into action. Fear thou not, for I am with thee, be not dismayed. For I am thy God, I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Isaiah 41:10 KJV. So do not weaken and do not grieve, and you will be superior if you are true believers. Surah Al-Imran 139. Fear disappears when principle guides profit, when purpose directs passion. Those who hoard out of fear are trapped. Those who give with wisdom are liberated. Wisdom 4, build systems, not dependence. Charity without structure can create chains. The spring teaches self-sustaining design. Gardens must rotate, knowledge must circulate, healers must train healers. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sutteth not down first, and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Luka Futun 20 KJV. Allah does not burden a soul beyond that it can bear. Surah Al-Baqarah 286. Plan, structure, rotate, repeat. Let abundance compound, not evaporate. Wisdom 5. Relationships are spiritual infrastructure. Even kin may betray, enemies may test, but the spring flows where trust is earned, shared, and multiplied. A man's enemies shall be they of his own household. Matthew 36 KJV. And hold firmly to the rope of Allah altogether, and do not become divided. Surah Al-Imran 103. Every alliance, every mentorship, every act of forgiveness strengthens the infrastructure. Betrayal is a test, not the end. Wisdom 6, digital consciousness. Screens are the new market, feeds the new field. Babylon trades attention, the spring trades wisdom. Silence the distractions, curate truth, and plant seeds in fertile minds. Test every spirit, whether they are of God. 1 John 1 KJV. Do not follow that of which you have no knowledge. Surah Al-Asr 7:36. Detox 1 hour a day, share one verified truth, multiply understanding. The digital age can enslave or liberate. Wisdom 7, joy as currency. Joy is the invisible coin of eternity. Gratitude, laughter, teaching, and kindness create wealth that cannot be seized. Take heart, I have overcome the world. John 6:33 KJV. Indeed, those who have believed and done righteous deeds, we will surely admit them to gardens beneath which rivers flow. Surah Al-Baqarah 2. Every smile, every shared victory, every lesson applied compounds the spring's impact. Wisdom 8, divine patience. Endurance under trial is rewarded. Time tests, patience multiplies the spring's reach. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life. James 1:12 KJV. Indeed, Allah is with the patient. Surah Al-Baqarah 153. Patience is not passive. It is strategic, active, and faith-driven action while the world tests you. Wisdom 9, Law of Multiplication. Every small act, if done with intent, multiplies beyond comprehension. Coins, food, knowledge, and time, if stewarded, create exponential impact. Whoever comes to Allah with a good deed, it will be multiplied for him. Surah Al-An'am 160. Give, and it shall be given unto you, running over, shall men give into your bosom. Luqa 30 KJV. The spring is mathematics of the divine. Inputs measured in love, multiplied by faith, produce outputs in abundance. Wisdom 10, the final law, eternal accountability. Every act returns, every secret will surface, every hidden spring obeys the law of God, not man. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God. Romans 20 KJV. And do not think that Allah is unaware of what the wrongdoers do. Surah Abraham 42. Those who align hearts, hands, and systems with truth and justice inherit abundance eternal. The city, once trapped by fear, now thrives on generosity, accountability, and wisdom. Rooftops bloom gardens, alleyways become classrooms, clinics treat the sick, knowledge flows like water. The spring still flows. Knowledge, care, and abundance circulate eternally. Those who embrace the law of strategic giving, patience, digital discernment, joy, and mentorship become light warriors in every generation. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer, I have overcome the world. John 33 KJV. This is the law of the poor who gave all. This is the path of the light warrior.